Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Live now, it says, huh? Well, I guess we can have 4. Okay. I think we are ready to. We are ready. I believe. I guess I will come back here after. But right now, let us take care of the intro, shall we? Find it funny how I can hear myself. Let's not do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Skits Tony live stream. My name, Skits. Your name, yet to find out. But some people call me the Mozart of FL Studio, one of the only survivors of a disease called dengue, and one of the most amazing, consistent, and beautiful, sexy, charismatic YouTubers, content creators, live streamers, whatever you want to call me, I'm good. And as you can see today, we are back and we are playing some old school RuneScape. And what we are going to do before we venture on, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to do a beautiful farming run. And then I'll see. I want to mine some copper and some tin. I know the place. So we can make copper cannonballs, or bronze cannonballs, sorry. And we'll take it from there. We're going to freestyle. We're going to see what happens. Can I actually put this there? And guess who woke up early? If it isn't the one and only Papa. Welcome back, my G. Hopefully you're having a beautiful morning and a beautiful Tuesday. Accompany me in finishing the intro. That's what we're doing right now. And yeah, old school RuneScape fun in the morning. Probably going to be playing for 4 hours until lunchtime. Then lunch happens. Come back, play for a little bit more, and I might leave earlier than expected today because I'm going to go for a run. And my lazy bum did not wake up early to go for a run today. So that is why we're going to go for a run in the afternoon, evening. And yeah, with the exception of this beautiful gentleman we got right now with us, by the name of Mark 21Ds or Mark 21 Dicks. I have absolutely no idea who you might be on the other side of this computer screen, monitor, or whatever mobile device you might be using to tune into this live stream from. But you know what? Don't really care about the specifics. You might have a Metallica t-shirt on today, or you might have a Nirvana t-shirt on like me. Check it out. Isn't it a beautiful t-shirt, huh? Amazing. You might watch One Piece. You might hate it. You might like Alfredo chicken pasta. You might despise it. You might be European. You might be Japanese. You might be from any country in the planet. That doesn't mean anything to me. The only thing I really care about is that you, whoever might be watching, whenever you might be watching, doesn't matter if it's right now, before, or after. Be crazy it'd be before because you'd be time traveling and shit. But hey, man. Like I said, don't really care about many things. The only thing I really care about is that you may be in your happy, safe, and cozy place. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta do this. Yeah, we're gonna have to plant that right now. And that like that. So why don't we start with a farming run, ladies and gentlemen. Quick and easy. And I have a dark gray shirt with pajama pants. Insane. Insane. That is one of the benefits of working from home, right? You can just show up to the office like, oh man, I needed to bring my chop axe for this one. Yeah. I mean, I can remember the days when I used to be a teacher and I would have to work back then when I worked corporate. It was very fun because sometimes I just got up on my boxers, bro, t-shirtless, just boxers only. Bam. And in the days where we would have to cam, yeah, I would wear something like this, maybe a t-shirt and some shorts. That's how it is. That's how we do. So we got 1,000 farming experience there. Isn't that insane, bruh? Isn't that insane, bro? Oh my god. This is crazy. Why does the tree grow again, bruh? That should not happen. And yeah, funny enough, I have a lot of t-shirts of shit that I just really enjoy, including my favorite band, which is Nirvana. Oh man, I didn't. Yeah, we need to water this shit. Boom. Nothing interesting happens for real, bro. Okay, there we go. You watered the willow seed. Okay. Okay. And in my school time, we learned the code: no t-shirts and no jeans in an office. Huh. I'm glad my office was different. I'm really glad my office was different because the place that we had to work, there's basically no dress code, bro. Like, you didn't see people obviously show up to the office on boxers and no t-shirt, but you could easily wear blue jeans, shorts, anything. We got that plant pot. We got that. We got this. We don't need the chop axe. We need that. I guess everything else is covered for. And boy, oh boy, man, have I been having a lot of trouble waking up in the morning. I just can't. Been trying to get up at 5 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. It's not happening. And I don't know. It's from Sunday to Monday, I guess my sleep wasn't that amazing. And from yesterday to today, neither. So I wonder what could be going on that is impeding me, because I've been going to sleep relatively early. Like, I'm definitely getting more than enough hours getting clocked in, but who knows? It was like black pants with a long sleeves, button-up shirt, and leather shoes. I would hate myself if that be my dress code, bro. I would despise myself. Now, let's see. What do we got here? Okay. We got everything to proceed. Let's see how much. 55 EXP. This is crazy. For the watermelons. Insane, bro. 55 EXP for watermelons. And harvests do yield a lot. Look at that. Okay, man. That was fucking insane. That was brutal. That's a lot of XP. For, for that. Yeah, bro. It's been tough. It's been tough to wake up. We're gonna have to figure what's going on. But we'll see. Tired too, man. I don't know. It's like I got my hours of sleeping, but if I'm being honest, I could sleep more. I haven't thought about doing that. I was like, you know what? Let me just sleep until whenever I just want to wake up. But today there is a problem, ladies and gentlemen, at the Skits Tony house. It's not a problem, but Tuesdays are the days where Miss Elsa helps us clean the place. And she is, matter of fact, right here, right now with us. And it's different, bro. There is a lot of noise going on. And I mean, I could sleep considering how tired I feel, but not the best plan. At the end of the day, there's just going to be a lot of noise. Do we water this shit, bro? I think so. I think so, right? And women needed things that cover their shoulders and knee down covers. Oh yeah, man. I bet like part of the dress code why it was kind of strict with women is because just men got too horny at the office. Certain things needed to be done so them fantasies wouldn't be unhinged. But yeah. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This is a herb patch. The soil has been treated with ultra compost. My bad, bro. Okay. Let's clean this shit. How many are there? 8? Nice, man. I do like 8 guams, man. That looks good. So now Cameleezy. And one showed up in a tube top. Insane. She's crazy, bro. She's crazy. By the way, my G, good morning, bro. How was your day yesterday? And did you do anything nice yesterday, bro, after I ended stream? How's work? Did you play any video games after? Did you hang out with Mrs. Mark? What's going on, bro? What is going on in Mark World, bro? We want to know. As fun as it is talking about office and office clothes, I would rather talk about Mark. You know? Talking about other people and other people's clothes Might be interesting, but bro. Again, I think Mark and his brain are way more interesting topics of conversation. And even though Mark continuously says or thinks, my days are boring, you never know, man. You never know when a unicorn might just end up flying past Mark's window, or a dragon or something. And Mark's like, damn, I opened the window yesterday and I rode a unicorn, son. So work was okay and I didn't play yesterday, but ate meatloaf and sweet potatoes, watched some Simpsons. Man, it sounds like a stellar day for the Markinator, bro. You ate beautiful food and amazing food, and you got to watch your favorite cartoon. I'd call that a pretty good day, huh? Man, I like the sound of that. I'm very happy for you, man. I wanted to... Let's see if today if it's possible again, all via the grace of Mrs. Skits. But let's see if at your 5 p.m. EST approximately and my 6 p.m. EST approximately, we can chill and game. That would be nice. I wanted to play some Counter-Strike yesterday, but did I play? I can't remember, bro. I don't think so. Okay, man. We got that. But nice, man. It looks like a very nice day for Mark. When what you just typed is the itinerary. Depends if Miss Marks gives me the permission. Alright. Likewise, but I think I will get it. You know, I am indeed an impeccable husband. So if Mrs. Skits doesn't give me permission, we're gonna have to throw some hands, bruh. Psh! Put on some boxing gloves, get out a whip, get out a belt, and start going to town, baby. Shit. I'm a great husband. I need to exercise my rights, bro. Holy shit. And it's not like we play Counter-Strike every single day or chill every single day. This daylight savings time thing is insane. Being in the same time zone is like a superpower. Now, being 1 hour away, just not good, Chief. But it is what it is. It's going to be like that. God knows until when. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to have my first 100k XP. Not this round, I think, though. But very soon. We do get a lot of XP with watermelons, bro. There we go. Water that. Boom. Let's go here. And I know she's going to say, yes, go ahead. But depending on the tone, it's a yes or no. And my brother from another mother. Mi hermano de otra mamá, hermano. El David Sarabia, papá. ¿Cómo estás, mi negrito? Let me talk to my man in Spanish, because if I talk in English, homie is not going to understand anything. Mi hermano, saludos cordiales desde la Candelaria City, aquí en Caracas, papá. ¿Cómo estás y buenos días? Tú sabes en qué andamos nosotros, en la eterna chamba, tratando de buscar la placa y los cobres, mi hermano. Espero que todo esté bien. No sé si estás en San Román o no. Si estás en San Román, un fuerte abrazo para allá. Y si estás en tu casita, un fuerte abrazo también para allá. Sabes que se le quiere mucho y el apoyo impresionante. Así que mis abrazos, mi negro. Oh, it's funny, man. My homie Dave. My homie Dave always shows up, bro. Oh, what? Farming level 49, baby. Damn. Farming level 49. Thank God something like this exists in old school RuneScape. We need to chill, bro. The other skills like Slayer, bruh, are insane. We're gonna have to see what we get. What we get what we get for next Slayer task. Honestly, if it's something diabolical, bro, I might as well just get my boat. You know what? I'm gonna figure out how to do Barracuda runs. Oh, that watermelon's not good. Oh, shit. That watermelon, bro. Not good. Ultra compost. Some seederinos. Let's get that. And let's actually do this. Let's pick that shit up. Let's ultra compost that. Let's rosemary that. Let's water that. And let's get this. Hopefully we don't get 3 million guams. And yeah. You know how the wives or the missus be sometimes. But again, I am an impeccable husband. I don't see why Mrs. Skits would say no. And especially how much time we've been hanging out and just chilling. I can definitely exercise my rights today as a husband and be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to play and I'm going to chill. That's how it's going to be. Damn, bro. We have a lot of Guam leaves and shit, which is great. How many skills do I have? 1, 1, 5, 6. Yikes. We know that also the other quest that we got to do is just so long, bruh. It is a Titanic quest. Titanic level quest. I just saw how many things it got going. We've done 62 quests. We're actually insane, man. We're very, well, I don't think we're that close to the quest cape, but we are as close as it can be, man. Ultra compost that shit. Bada beam, bada boom. And bam. Watered. Let me note the let me note this. And yo, it's the homie Skies and the homie Ebenenten in the building, baby. We're gonna have to send some hearts immediately. And considering now we got 3Gs, Mark, Skies, and Ebenenten, we're also gonna send some beautiful and amazing hearts to the boy Mark. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Or more specifically, good morning, fine gentlemen. How are you doing this Tuesday morning? My G, we're going to have to put Flavy somewhere there. I don't give a shit about that. How are the gents doing today? Hopefully everything is going very nice. And we're going to have to do this. One of those for Abinenton, one of those for Mark, and one of those for Skies. Again, guys, how you is, how you be. Hopefully everything in y'all universe, in y'all world, is doing more than great. And the only ladies were Judy or your wife. Yeah, absolutely. And well, it's an afternoon here. Still have a great day. What about you? The same, dude. And I just remembered something. I need to go get my ring before my wife flips out, or before good lady Elsa puts it somewhere I will never find it. But I'm having a great morning too, you know, just here chilling, playing some old school RuneScape, having fun, talking to the boy Mark. And yeah, I am a little bit sleepy. I'm a little bit tired, but nothing that some good old gaming can you know, take care. And we're gonna be gaming for a little bit, and hopefully, you know, have a good time. And yeah, Abinenton Europe, right? Can Jay drop links in the chat? I guess it depends on what links, though. I think mods can. I'm not sure about you. You can try Abinenton and see what goes down. Let me go look for my ring very quickly. I'll be right back. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Because, oh boy. Yeah, if we don't get this and I end up losing it, I will truly get beat up into oblivion. So I see Discord is happening sometime there. And yep, Switzerland to be accurate. My G Abinenton, insane! Absolutely right that the homie is from Switzerland. Let me also do something very quickly on the phone before we proceed. And yeah, if you cannot by any means send some links in the chat, my G, Mark did the solid one for the boys. You can definitely join Discord, and we have a bunch of channels here. If you want to send links and whatnot, home is like the best place to do it. It's where everybody basically hangs out. If you want us to see something, boom, we got it covered right there. And if it's like music and stuff, well, the Discord has a lot of text channels and whatnot. There's pretty much a link or a text channel for everything. We got an anime text channel. We got memes. We got studies, books. We got music. We got anime. We got gaming with gang. We got a bunch of music. And which languages do you speak? Mark asks, the homie. And German and French. That's insane, bro. Beautiful. Beautiful languages, both of them. Well, and you can also speak English. That's insane. You know 3 languages? Insane, my G. That is crazy. So yeah, let's go to Varrock very quickly. We got some homework to do. Juliet, where art thou? Don't give a shit where Juliet is, really. We wanna see what's going on in the. Oh yeah, man, I need to get quintazillion bronze bars. I know where though. I mean, I know where to get a lot of copper. And the beautiful thing about getting a lot of copper, ooh, and look, we did get 20,000. What the fuck? How did we specifically get 20,000? No idea really. And the beautiful thing about getting a lot of copper is we are going to be able to talk and pay attention to chat a lot. Matter of fact, quite the opposite from Slayer. That's the only thing I really hate about like very hard Slayer tasks. I can't read chat for anything, bro. You guys saw how terrible I was doing yesterday with Slayer. I was flipping out, bro. Like, it was bad news. Alright? It was terrible news. Especially when we... that fire cave, bro. And, let's see. It's just... Marx is so funny. He always wants to flex that he's French-Canadian. He knows French, too. Je suis au Québec. Le français et ma... I don't even know how to say langue, but I'm from Quebec, and French is my language. Or speaking French is my language. Gotta be something like that, bro. Gotta be something like that. Now, I discovered two amazing places to mine. Fuck, man, bro. Yeah, I discovered two. What the fuck? Is this a plank? And another plank? We gotta be kidding here. And you got the signification skits. Yeah, I can understand more or less when it's written. Perhaps when it's spoken, it's a different story. But well, do you see this place here, boys? Do you see where I'm at right now? Well, I got something above brain rot. You're fine, my G. You're fine, bro. My G Ebenenton, you're fine. And I want to talk about that, boys. I want to talk about that. I think brain rot is a very interesting focal point of conversation. So, if I were to ask you guys... Oh, and we got the homie Daniel Sir Carnage in the motherfucking building, baby. What's going on? It's the homie Daniel, a.k.a. Sir Carnage, in the building. Oh, the link isn't going? Yeah, my G, Ebenenton, if the link doesn't go through, join Discord, bro. That's why Mark linked the Discord in chat, so that you are able to join the Discord, and any links that you want to send us through, you can, but via Discord. So then I'll send it in the Discord. Perfect. And my homie Daniel, before we continue, because I wanted to ask a question. Before we continue, I just want to say, Daniel, my G, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Hopefully Tuesday is treating you nicely, my G. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out here again for a little bit, or for however long you will stay. Sending you a big hug, my G. And yeah, may God bless your Tuesday and everything going on for you, bro. And what I wanted to say, what I wanted to talk about, guys, or I wanted to, just before Daniel entered the building. And how we feeling, homie? What up? Oh yeah, let's get some introductions out the way. If the homie Ebenenton is still here, meet Sir Carnage X, or the legend himself, Daniel. And Daniel, meet Ebenenton, a legend from Switzerland, who is here with us today. And okay, so this is not that expensive, is it? Maybe some. How much is it? Copper? 15? Holy shit. It's not that expensive at all. I wanted to talk about brain rot, guys. How much brain rot do we have as a collective, ladies and gentlemen? And how much social media do you currently use as of today, the 25th of November, or November 25, 2025? Do you guys think you have accumulated a lot of brain rot over the years of social media? And what social media do you be spamming to get that daily dose of brain rot? And for me, brain rot is at a 15%. Really? Well, like your entire brain, 15% of it is just gone thanks to things like TikTok and doom scrolling and shit. And what social media does to the brain? And I use Reddit and Facebook to message my brothers. That's it. I think, yeah. Well, I think Mark will have us all beat. That's it, right? If he's only using Reddit and Facebook, I don't think there's a lot of brain rot to be farmed or harvested. I mean, I guess you could get a lot of brain rot in Reddit, but I don't think Mark uses Reddit like that. He doesn't even know what TikTok is. He doesn't even have a phone. So Mark is kind of immune to brain rot, bro. Damn. Mark's insane, bro. And definitely, humanity is now at the point where technology is nothing more than doom scrolling. There is no knowledge or understanding to it these days. Yeah. I mean, I do have to agree. Like, let's say right now there is less of a this like abstract math that I'm gonna say has to be true. Since you got this device on you pretty much on at all times, you have the ability to know everything, right? And because you have, and you also know that, like, let's say they ask you, what's the capital of Japan? You don't have to know, but you're just going to be like, let me Google it, baby. You know? Let me do a quick Google search. So you know you have the ability to know everything. So I guess there's also like a lesser desire to understand the theory of things or the knowledge of things or where they come from and everything. And the knowledge itself. And I use Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. That's it. Well, looks like we're all of us here are a little bit old for TikTok, huh? No TikToks here. I think we got to give a round of applause for the fact that we do not have a single member here that uses TikTok. First of all, this one. Yep, and then no TikTok, huh? Damn, does that feel great. And I didn't post on Facebook for over 10 years. I think I've posted before. Not that much, though, but I might have said something like happy birthday to somebody or something. I post a link to a YouTube video of mine, maybe. But yeah, I do not log in on Facebook at all. I have not in years. And I try not to stay on the phone or on the computer for too long. Well, I can't say either, because I definitely use the computer and the phone a lot. I use the phone way less than the computer, but I'm still doing some shit on the phone, mostly like some gaming. I use Discord on there too sometimes, just like whatnot. But the video size limit wasted some time. the video size limit wasted some time. What's going on? So yeah, I'm not much for TikTok. Females use it to exploit themselves sexually sometimes. I got me a woman I only got eyes for only. Yep. Respect. Damn, bro. Respect, bro. Daniel is a certified G, bro. And glad to see and read something like that, because I'm the same, bro. I am the same. And I'm at least 10 hours a day on a computer, including 8 hours of work. Yeah. I mean, I use the computer. I use the computer pretty much to stream all the time, right? And if I'm not streaming, I'm either editing videos when I have to edit them. I don't really spend that much time editing videos. And then, yeah, playing games when I'm not streaming or editing or whatever. And well, I found some crazy ass YouTube shorts. If you want us to see any sort of videos on YouTube or like YouTube shorts, and I believe, is this you, my G? Is White Fox you in good day, my G, and welcome. Yeah. It might be Abinentant, the homie known as White Fox on Discord. Let's see, though. And yeah, man, I mean, dude, if you work with a computer, or you need a computer to get shit done for work, you're using that 6 hours minimum. Unless you're like a blitzer and you can like work very fast. Work for like in between 2 to 4 hours, but that's not like normal, you know. And considering we also procrastinate a lot, I don't procrastinate. I'm an anime supervillain or a Super Saiyan, so what am I gonna procrastinate? It's impossible. But yeah, man, I guess I have to tell you guys the secret. I have really optimized like the minutes I have in a day and how I spend my time. I don't doom scroll anymore. I mean, I used to. I don't anymore. I don't have the time, bro. And even I'm still like optimizing. And I don't know what to do less of, so I can do something else more of. I mean, I think I'm already, when it comes to work, I think I'm doing fine. And I think I even work, quote unquote, harder. Again, you see me stream every single day. No breaks. We go chill in the weekends, but I live stream every single day. And if I'm not live streaming, I'm thinking about YouTube every single millisecond. When I'm not doing YouTube, I'm chilling with the wife and or resting and or exercising. And I'm at a point where I'm like, what the fuck? Like I don't need to work more. Sometimes I get anxiety and I think I should, you know, I have thoughts that are like, you know, what do we do in order to work more? But I'm ending that narrative very quickly. I'm ending that imposter syndrome type shit thought like very fast, because then I tell myself, bro, I'm way I'm already in front of a camera God knows how long. And I'm already like in the background, I'm thinking about YouTube. When I'm eating, I'm thinking about YouTube. When I'm exercising, I'm thinking about YouTube. Pretty much everything revolves around YouTube. And if not, it's like, what can I do to spend more time with my wife? And then I tell myself, I tell my imposter syndrome brain, chill the fuck down. Like, Skits, you gotta chill the fuck down. You're already doing enough. And same, not as much anymore since I've gotten affiliated. I've been treating my streams like a job. I treating myself like a business. Yeah, and that's the smart way of going about it, bro. Like, let's say, you know what I've also realized, my G? This 8-hour-a-day work, this number is sometimes BS. Like, it doesn't have to be exclusive, and you don't have to work for 8 hours a day every single day. You just gotta work, and you just gotta get shit done. If you can get shit done in 4 hours, amen. If you can get shit done in 6 hours, amen. If you get it done in 8, amen. If you get it done in 10, amen. But if you also get shit done in 2 hours, amen, bro. I was literally thinking about this yesterday. Like, I don't think we are made to just work so damn much. Like, slaving away, bro, is like, what's the point, really? You know? Is Nujabes doom scrolling today? Unfortunately, Nujabes isn't here physically with us. And fortunately, he ain't doom scrolling no shit. I wouldn't want to imagine the GOAT doom scrolling and wasting his time like that. But hey, we'd never know. Imagine Nujabes alive in 2025. How would he use social media? Who knows? Maybe he's just a normal person like that. My G Vlad in the building. What's up, baby? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sending you a lot of hearts, my G. Sending you a lot of love. Welcome back. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Happy Tuesday, my G. And may God bless everything going on in your life, my man. And let's see. Send in the memes. It's related to power scaling. But don't care about that. Just listen to what he's saying. We'll check it out in a bit for sure. And well, technically, I would never be here in the week if I worked full 8 hours. Yeah. And working is so very rated nowadays. You can upload a pic or video and get like 1 million views and get paid for it. To be honest, it's not fair. Well, I'm not necessarily... Let's see. I mean, I understand your point 100%. But I'm not talking about what is fair and what is not, like what is legal or illegal, what's fair play and what's dirty. I'm more so talking about the fact that, you know, we're only here very temporarily. We're only going to be around for a few decades, you know. Well, I mean, I'm not saying don't work either. Work has to be a very important part in your life. Like, you got to provide for yourself type shit. But working can't be the absolute. There's definitely more of life or more to life than just simply working and slaving away at a job. And it's OnlyFans time. So yeah, it's definitely like there are certain things that are kind of rigged. Again, let's say when you guys are commenting about like the OnlyFans thing, if you're born a very attractive and beautiful female or male, all you gotta do is take off that shirt, show your titties, show your six pack, show your balls, your big dick, your pussy, your fucking. Amen, man. All right, you can make your money like that. Again, I'm not focused on that. And obviously the system has always been unfair, bro, since day one. It's just that it's so absurd to think that you gotta hustle all fucking day. And it's like, yeah, man, I work 16 hours a day. I wake up, and the second I'm reading books about entrepreneurship and how to level up myself, and you know, I have 7 investments. I have 20 businesses. I have... It's like, good for you, but it's kind of absurd, bro. You know? I'd pay for Mark OnlyFans. I think a lot of people would. When Mark just gives his profile, his physical features, damn. he making a lot of dicks and a lot of pussies start getting moist, if you know what I'm saying. But I don't get the concept of OnlyFans working. There's millions of free pics and videos on the internet. Yeah. Okay, the thing I figured out about OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen, is that there's like some sort of exclusivity in OnlyFans. Like, not every bitch you know, or not every hoe, or not every girl you know is a porn star, right? And maybe the girl that you know, she works at a bread shop or a bakery, and you know, she also has an OnlyFans. You talk to her and be like, you know, why do you have an OnlyFans, and why are you not shooting porn? And she's like, well, I don't want to be a professional porn star. I just, you know, want to shoot my shit by myself and my boyfriend or whoever I'm fucking. And I want to I'm just exclusive to OnlyFans. That's it. And I bet a million girls do the same shit, bro. You know? So there's like there's this thing about OnlyFans that it's just exclusive. And bitches want to do that, man. They don't want to just pop the pussy everywhere on every website. It's just only exclusive in OnlyFans. They must be getting amazing deals or whatever. And it's more low key. It's like, you know, there's less of a chance for your parents to know you have an OnlyFans, if that's the only thing you got, than if your entire body is plastered on multiple porn websites and whatnot, you know? So that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles, ladies and gentlemen. But it is. Mark is like the Henry Cavill of our time. People are still in the mindset that getting a 9-to-5 jobs. Bro, that was in the early 90s and early 2000s. Nowadays, you can be your own boss. Yeah, but you got to put in the work. And again, it's not about the hours that you put in, I think, for me. It's more about the quality of hours that you're putting in. And, dude, if you're working 2 hours to 4 hours a day and you're getting shit done, amen, bro. I think that's how it's got to be. I think, and I think that's what I'm going to start doing over time. I feel like I overexert myself and I obligate myself to just spend way too much time here in front of the computer live streaming. I think I'm going to cut that bullshit down. I think I'm only going to stream for like 6 hours in a day. And on the weekends, I might not even stream. Or I might stream Saturday, but I might just ditch Sunday completely. That I've been thinking heavily on that, bro. Because I definitely want to do more things. You know, maybe read more books, spend more time with the wife, get outside more, enjoy life. Again, man, this existence is temporary, bro. This life that we have on Earth right now, I mean, I'm only going to be alive for, let's say, 40 more years, 50 more years tops, give or take. I'm going to be lucky as hell. Well, depending on where you want to gauge that. I'm going to be lucky if I get to 90 years old. I wouldn't want to even be 90 years old, bro. If I die between like 75 and 90, I'm chilling. You know? And yeah, man, I mean, even though I love this. I love YouTube. I love what I do, man. And I love putting, you know, gardening, you know, treating this YouTube channel like a garden, bro. Or like a flower pot with a beautiful rose or a beautiful sunflower that I'm consistently watering and just nurturing. So it's beautiful, right? And I can give you in a person service for an extra. Nah, man, Mark, I'm good. And it's also good to have those grace days. Too much of something can be bad as well. Yeah, I definitely think, me specifically, bro, I'm pushing myself to limits that I don't really need to, like, go or do. Again, yesterday, I don't know, I was just having a very peculiar moment, man. I was just thinking about time and how much we think we have of it, but we really don't. Life goes by in a blink of an eye, bro. Boom. Time passes way too quickly. And I just want to enjoy more, man. I want to squeeze what I can out of this beautiful game that we can call life. Again, sometimes the system isn't fair. It's always been like that, though. It really depends where you're born, who your parents are, what genetics you got going on, what DNA God gave you and shit. But the focal point is time runs out. Time is a very, if not the most valuable currency under love. And I think I want to do things differently, man. I think I'm going to take some days off. I might even take Sunday off completely, and I might just stream for less. You know? And I woke up one time from sleep thinking I was still dreaming and live. I started to notice it was all I was thinking about. It was affecting my lifestyle, sort of. Yeah, take those grace days. And time doesn't wait. It's already 2026 in a month. Yeah, man, it's unbelievable how fast this year went by, bro. Like, dude, I literally, man, not long ago, it was January 11th. I really remember this day, this year, because it was my brother's birthday, and we went to celebrate it in Madrid. And, dude, we were bar hopping, just drinking wine and shit at my brother's birthday. Boom. I blink. It's April 3rd of this year. I'm married to Mrs. Skits. Boom. I blink. And, you know, I'm sitting down in front of this very own computer, plotting shit. Boom. I blink. I'm at the beach. Boom. I blink. And it's November 25, 2025. We only have 1 month left for this year to end. It's insane, man. It's insane. And the older you get, my G, the worse this thing gets. The relativity of time passing. It's different for each human being, and it really depends on what year you're playing at, right? So a 10-year-old is going to be like, damn, you know? And especially like a 10-year-old who hates school and is like in math class looking at the fucking clock. Like, when is this bitch going to end? You think this homie's looking at the clock and it's going counterclockwise. Time's trolling the homie. But you graduate school, you graduate college, you're looking for a job, you're suddenly working, you're in your mid-30s like I am. Bro, 24 hours is nothing, bro. A day, what are 24 hours? I feel like, dude, I go running, I stream, I eat, and it's already night. It's like, but I spend some time with my wife. It rinse, repeat. And I look at the clock. It's like, what? It's already 10 p.m. It's already like 9 p.m. What the fuck is going on? And don't you have like the copyright problem stuff on stream? Yeah, it depends what content you watch, though. If it's DMCA'd or copyright protected, yeah, I watch something and YouTube strikes it down. That's why I just don't really like clicking on shit, because we might get trolled, bro. We might get, and not trolled by you, but trolled by the system. It might have like a certain song, or it might have like a certain clip from something, and believe me, it is annoying. I remember 400 years ago when the days weren't numbered. I miss those days. It's like, nah, bro. This, the passage of time needs to chill, man. I always think to myself, and if I could ask God something, like I'd have the man in front of me, and God would be like, ask anything you want of me, my son. I will give you one wish. I've thought about it, and I wouldn't be like, yo, God, give me a Billy. I don't want money, man. Again, I don't really care about money. But I'd be like, you know, God, do something about this shit, bro. Like, do something about time. Like, make it pass slower, bro. I don't know what he'd have to do. But, well, God can do anything and everything. So he'd be like, done, my child. Now your days will be more longer. I don't know. I've been working for 15 years at the same place, and it feels shorter than from 4 to 6 years old. Yeah, man. Again, like, let's say when you're 2 years old, right? You're 2 years old. 1 year is half your life, right? You've been alive. If you're 2 years old and you get 1 year, you literally that's 50% of that 2-year-old's lifetime. But when you're 38 and you're 37 and you get 1 year, it's 3%. So somewhere in between, like 3 to 4% of our lives. And the older you get, the less time has like a grip or an influence or an importance. Again, you've already been alive. When you're 70, what's 1 year when you're 70 years old, bro? Nothing. But when you're younger, a year can be a lot. Again, when you're 10 years old, 1 year's 10% of your life. That's insane. Well, when you're 70, what's 1 year? Nothing. And I had a dream of being aligned up with God, and was told I only had one question. I was going to ask what was my purpose, but before I got to the front of the line, I woke up. Still bugs me today. Damn, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. And let's see, Caden, who was the strongest? Any straw hats? Let's watch this. It's Clippy. Let's see what this is, or at least listen to it.
Round 1.
What is this? Nah, man, this already has copyrighted music. We can't do that. Has Kanye West, Katy Perry? Oh my lord. That is a no-no, man. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to watch these at some other point, because on stream it is a big no-no, bro. And yeah, man. I mean, you know what? I think one way to look at that dream, Daniel, is, now that I've been thinking about it, I think it's also God's way of saying, bro, or the universe, if you don't believe in God, it's a way of saying, you know, you have the, instead of him telling you what your purpose is, it's also a way of God saying, or the universe again, it's a way of him saying you are already intelligent, mature, and more than capable of finding what your purpose is. You don't need to ask me, my G. You already know, man. And I know you're a guy that, you know, when you are over on your platform, you advocate for men's mental health and shit. And you just want everybody to be doing safe and happy and chill. Well, best believe, man, God wants you to be happy, safe, and chill too. And I think we are already born. And you also say that, you know, it's very important to keep in contact with that inner child, right? With that kid that you got inside. I also believe the same. And I think people sometimes underestimate how powerful and how intelligent that young child is, or that young kid is within yourself. I think you are already born complete. You just have to figure out what that completeness is or means. Maybe you don't have the word for what you want to do for the rest of your life, or what is it? But the second you start doing it, or you start picturing yourself, you're going to feel something. And what aligns with that, like with your essence, goes, man. So, you know, I wouldn't even be bugged, man, if I had a dream like that. Because we don't really have to think things through, bro. Answers should be very simple. You know? When you're asked, like, why this, why that? Let's say, why is The Simpsons your favorite TV show, Mark? Why is metal or classical music your favorite genres of music? Why is my favorite game, I don't know, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Why XYZ? Answers are simple. That's it, bro, right? And most of the time, it is because they are. There's not this grandiose reason, man. And if there is, cool, amen. But most of the time, shit be simple. And the things that you need to do gotta be simple. The things that you like gotta be simple. You don't need complex explanations, bro, to justify why you like what you like, why you don't like what you don't like. I like grapes because I do. I love how they taste. I don't like bananas because I don't. I hate the taste. And again, man, the simpler you keep your life and your justifications or your explanations, believe me, man, the better you're going to be, bro. And again, you're not stupid. Mark isn't stupid. You're not stupid. You're actually a very powerful creation, man. You have divinity within you, bro. You have like the soul. You have spirit, which is, you don't see that, bro. You only see the body. You only see this shell that we got, but you don't see what you got within, man. And that is close to infinite, bro. It is close to the source. Let's say if you would argue that God is infinity, bro. He is limitless in his potential. He is limitless in the good, in his power and everything. You are also kind of like him. He made you in his semblance, man. You resemble God in a way. And you got God particles in you. So, bruh, again, I think you're born complete. It's just people make you think you're not. And maybe you're born complete, but you don't know the terminology. Right? Let's say, I don't know, you're young, you got a broken clock in front of you. You don't even know what a clock is. But when you see that's compartments, when you see what makes up a clock, you're like, damn, this is awesome. And you start fixing it, and you're like, man, you find purpose in that. And it's like, Dad, what the fuck, what is this? It's a clock, my son. Oh, you're fixing it. Man, Dad, I'm so happy when I do this shit. I think this is what I want to do. Okay, so you want to be a clock worker or a clock maker. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, but I think I want to do that. You and let's see. Once I had a trippy dream where I was floating in space and asked, who am I? What am I? Yeah. Those have to be very insane dreams, bro. I can only imagine. And yeah, what I learned is that when you pray to God, he doesn't give you what you pray for. He gives you opportunities. Sometimes the opportunity is there. It's you that's got to take the chance. Yeah, man. I believe that too. I believe that too, bro. God low key is insane, bro, in the best way possible. I think when you get to know him and you have a relationship with the homie, man, I think your life levels up to unfathomable degree. Because again, you have on your team the creator. You know, when he's playing for your team, when you're playing for his team, when you feel like you got him on your side, you're pretty much unstoppable, man. And you start thinking of things kind of backwards. It's not needing many things to be happy, right? Being happy doesn't necessarily involve more of things. More houses, more cars, more clothes, more consoles, more computers, more subscriptions. It's cool if you have all of these things. But with God, you don't need so many things, bro. You just kind of need God and and have like a life of purpose, bro. That's what you really need to be happy. And God gives you happiness, man. And yeah, man, I've been thinking about many things. These days have definitely been very introspective, man. And I find myself like at a crossroads. And it's like, what do I want to do? And honestly, I just want to use more of my time to study more, get to know the homie more, fortify my relationship, bro. And yeah, man, I wanna kind of unplug myself from the matrix more. And I'm always in this state of like optimizing myself or improving, quote unquote, what's going on in my life. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I think I think what I've decided is I'm not gonna stream on Sunday at all. And who knows if I stream on Saturday. Maybe I'll stream on Saturday, but I'm gonna chill, bro. I'm gonna chill. Some of you might like it. Some of you won't. But hey, man, what I learned that magic, prayer, luck doesn't save people. People save people, they just don't know it. Yeah, man. And if it's not people directly, then it's the big boy himself. And yeah, man, I know I'm gonna die one day. And I just want to make sure that I did the right thing, you know, for me, for God, and for those around me, man. And I think that journey never ends. It's like how to be better, how to be more chill, how to be more just in tune or in synchronicity with what really matters. You know? And I always think like I'm very close to cracking the code, but then I realize it's, you know, I might crack the code somewhere, but then in another area I'm kind of disconnected more, so to say. And I think you fully crack the code just before you die. When you reach like this like state. Or I think you got to go through a lot of shit. And you have to be like so self-aware and so connected to like what really matters that you're just like, whoa, you know? I'm not there yet. I could be pretty close, but again, it's like the closer you think you are, then the further away you are, actually. It's kind of like ironic. So you gotta humble down. But I think if you're consistently in search of the truth or in search of the good, you're gonna get there eventually, bro. And again, when you have the homie on your team, very hard to lose. Very hard to lose. If God is your cheerleader, bro, ah, man, how are you going to lose? It's impossible. Like sometimes when you have the devil as a cheerleader, again, let's talk spiritual warfare kind of shit. Sometimes you might be a pawn, you know, in Satan's chessboard. And evil can certainly use you for a certain thing or a certain goal in mind. And, you know, the devil can definitely level you up in a way. He can give you. But as he gives you, he can also take away from you. And I don't think a lot of things are very certain with the devil, bro, or with like evil. Like just look at what I don't know, what happens to Siths, man, in Star Wars. Or Sauron in Lord of the Rings. If it's not in biblical terms or in biblical lingo or in Christianity, Catholicism, whatever, then look at it from a fictional lens, bro. Look what happens in Dragon Ball Z, bro. You know, you got an entity like Cell. He absorbs androids, and in theory, he's gonna become like a god-like being. No, he ain't. And evil can only go so high. Cell might be very powerful, but he gets fucking clapped by Gohan, bro. Majin Buu might be very powerful, but he gets clapped by Goku and Vegeta and Gohan, bro. You know, Orochimaru might be very powerful in Naruto, but by how many dicks does Orochimaru get clapped? He gets clapped by Sasuke. He gets clapped by the third Hokage. He gets clapped by Naruto, bruh. Uchiha Madara in Naruto, arguably the most insane ninja. His story is one of getting clapped eternally, bruh, by Hashirama and the Senju, bro. He's never gonna win. So, in our lifetime, all right, or let's continue. Star Wars, you got this eternal conflict between the Sith and the Jedi. Who wins? The Jedi. Lord of the Rings, you got the conflict between like Sauron and his clan and like elves, dwarves, humans combined. Who wins? Elves, dwarves, humans combined. And golden hearts go a long way. And I know temptation is the devil in disguise. Absolutely, man. Like, dude, the devil is insane. Like, while God might be the most powerful entity, and he is creator, Satan is... He doesn't stack to God. He's not relative. But as a creation, he is one of the most powerful things ever, bro. And he's very cunning. He's deceitful. He knows how to... He got shit you wouldn't even imagine in his arsenal. And yeah, he can level you up for sure. But the second he wants to take you down, blam. So, you might be a pawn, bruh. You might be a pawn in this chessboard. And you might level up with Satan. But it's not a guarantee, right? He can take it away for evil or for whatever. So, Satan is like unreliable. Whereas God is reliable, man. God is always going to be there. You can count on the homie. 2 different metrics. And in native culture, we don't call him God. We call him the creator. Awesome, man. Didn't know that. And yeah, man. I mean, like it would kind of, I mean, I guess theoretically it would be, again, man, the devil might level you up. Evil can level you up for sure. Can give you a taste of power or something. But it's not very unreliable, man. And if you ask me, like, who do I want in my team? There's no way in hell I'm going to pick Satan. I don't want to be an agent of evil. And I don't want to concern myself with fulfilling that agenda or playing for that team. Like, it's kind of cool. All right? It's metal, so to say. Right? And at one point, I was even playing for a homie team. I got to admit that. I was a cockroach wasting my life and wasting the lives of those around me. I was just not living for anything good. I was just decomposing, man. The devil was certainly having a gander at that. Evil. And that's what it wants you to do. Like, dude, Satan wants you to be miserable. Unhappy. Why would you want to play for that team? Why would you play for the team of a guy who wants you to be miserable and unhappy and just a parasite, a cockroach? Because he thrives off of that. Evil thrives off of your misery. And like, why would you want to play for that team? Like, there used to be, again, it's so funny, man, because when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I was on like a rampage. It was like, F the world, bro. You know, and F everything sacred, holy, whatever. I wanted to even kill my parents. I had fantasies where my parents would like die or they were dead. That was how angry I was at myself, my life, the fact that I was alive. Like, dude, I was like this very bitter emo kid in a sense. And it's funny, you know, years go by, you educate yourself, you start thinking things differently, you forgive, you understand that, hey man, it's not your parents' fault. It was just the way it was. They were dealing with their own shit. Bam. And then your life is a certain way, you change, and you're like, man, how the fuck could I honestly, how was I this person at one point? How was I championing evil? Makes no sense. And the only thing metal is the Ancient Testament. There's a bunch of metal things too in the old one, in the new one, bro. I mean, Jesus isn't playing around, bro. The things Jesus says are insane. But yeah, a lot of things in the Old Testament are pretty insane too. So, yeah, why would you want to play for a team where results are unreliable and they're not guaranteed? You talk to Satan, he's like, yeah, you know what? I might give it to you if you're gonna work for me, and if you're gonna do what I want you to do, and if the currency is misery, let's go, baby. If the currency is like anger, hatred, pride, envy, gluttony, sloth, senseless murder, it's like, all right, that's what I like to see. Unhappiness, deceit, like, bro. I don't know. No, man. I just don't see. I don't see the math, bro. I don't see the spiritual math or the emotional math. or the abstract math. It's like play for the team that was in heaven and got sent to the depths of hell. Again, he got that because there's defiance, man, and there's pride involved. He got what he got what he asked for, bro. I mean, again, he's like, I'm gonna wage war. I'm gonna F you up. I'm gonna be the one at the top. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna desecrate everything here. It's gonna be my way, not your way. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah. How does that math make any sense? It's like you go to apply to this job and it's like, yeah, well, you're qualified, sir. You're qualified, Mark, Daniel. Skits, you're qualified for the job. And this is how we're going to pay you. Deceit, murder, lies, war, famine, disease, pride, lust, drugs, chaos, more lust, deceit, war, envy. You're like, what? Yeah. Is there any way I could just disappear from this room right now? Doesn't make any sense. You know, I want to work and I want to be paid in good, peace, happiness, smiles, peace, truth, righteousness, good. That's what I want to do, you know? Hell nah, man. Math ain't adding up when you play for Satan. Doesn't make any motherfucking sense. I don't want that, bro. Hell no. Again, is it attractive? Is chaos attractive? You know, I am one of those chaps that my mind is so broken that I say yes. It's like, oh my God, look at that beautiful explosion. It's like, while somebody or most people would be like, oh my God. You know, I could, isolate myself and get a white canvas and start drawing it. And I would think things like, oh my God, this explosion that is taking out hundreds of lives, it's beautiful. There is part of my brain that is wired the wrong way. It's been like that, man. It's like when Ozzy Osbourne bites a bat live on stage and he beheads a bat or something, or let's say he would shoot a dog point blank with a rifle as he would end his concert, many people would be like, oh my God, ah! And I would probably be one of the few idiots that would be like, fascinating. Did you see how he dismembered that dog with the rifle and how he bit the bat and chewed his head while the bat was mercilessly flapping its wings? Fascinating. I don't know why. There's something very, I don't want to say charming, but there's definitely something very eye-catching about like those kind of things. Now, I wouldn't want that. But it's just like the sight of these things. They're definitely very, let's say artistic would be the word. And this continuous battle between good and evil, there's an art to that. And it's like it's like evil and good dancing. What you see from time to time is, yeah, it might be, it's maybe not, it's definitely insane. But again, my mind is broken. Or it's different. To not say broken, I can see the beauty and the madness. But would I want that for myself? Hell no. And do I want to play for the satanic diabolical team? No. Neither. And did you know that Jesus went to hell when he died and rose on the third day? Yeah, man. Yep. And Jesus went to help free those who died before him and give them peace within his kingdom, but didn't destroy hell or its followers. Yeah. Jesus is insane. He the man. So the math doesn't add up again. You know, why am I mining copper ore, right? Copper rocks. Arguably because I want to smelt this copper with some tin and do bronze, and then do bronze cannonballs. And then I'm going to upgrade my ship. You know, I'm going to be able to shoot bronze cannonballs, and that is fun. For me, that is good. I'm not doing this because it's going to have a inherently evil like result or consequence. Then I wouldn't be even doing it. I don't want to do things that equal, when you do the math, when you do the x plus y equal z, I don't want z to be evil at all. I don't want z to be unhappiness, greed, famine, disease, deceit, lies, war, hatred, for myself or for anybody. The math doesn't compute. So if I'm chopping rocks for the sake of fun, but it ends up being an instrument of evil, no, man, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this. The things I watched 25 years ago on the internet are, let's say, gory. Yeah, man, we know that, bro. And Rotten Tomatoes, fogs, and whatnot. No, there's this website called Rotten, period, or there used to be a long time ago. You would see heinous things. But that's not what we're talking about right now, boys. We're talking about the math of evil, or things equaling a very bad result. Anything that would favor evil. Nah, bro. I ain't got the time. Thank God I am 37 years old. And even though it took me a while, it took me like 35 years to start playing for the right team. For a long time, I didn't even know what team I was playing. I was kind of in the middle. I didn't even want to submit to good or to evil. I just, I was teamless. I was confused. It's like, what do I want to do? What do I want to devote my life to, or what, or who, or... And then I was playing for me and for my own team. It was a very selfish decision. I wanted to be the sole beneficiary of my actions and my thoughts, and everything was about me. And I'm the center of the world. The world revolves around me. I am God. I should be the only one, venerated. And, I should be the only one paid tribute because my existence deems it. I am the holy one. Everybody else is unholy. That's the kind of shit I was on. Very twisted. And then I got incredibly depressed. And endgamey. I was like, I don't want to play for no team. Nothing is worth it. Dying is the only paradise. Depression is reality. Reality is depression. Why fight? Why pick a team? And why even pick my own team? And then at one point, I think the devil started seeping in. You can imagine the devil being some character from like a Harry Potter movie who plays for the Slytherin. Yes, my child. Keep doing that. Don't do anything. Just being in bed all day is beautiful. Cause your mother pain. Cause your father sorrow. And those around you. Yeah, I was too broken to give a fuck. And then years go by. I look at myself one day in the mirror. I'm like, what the fuck is this that I'm looking at? This isn't Hokage Naruto. In the mirror, this is a cockroach. And I cried a tear. I cried when I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, I can't believe this is who I am, man. I said, F that shit. We gotta change, bro. And slowly but surely it did. And then God, who was always by my side, bro, or chilling somewhere in the background, was like, my son, get to know me, who I am, my team, and what to truly fight for. And I was in. I'm in. Again, why? Because the math, when you fight for good and when you do good, the equals is peace, happiness, your friends are happy, you make your mother and your father proud, and your brothers and your sisters, you make your acquaintances happy, righteousness, truth, serenity, beauty. Man, I mean, what the? So you got one asshole in one team. It's like, yes, fight for me and chaos and death and misery and deceit. That is what I will pay you. I will give you all the power in the world. The deceit is the outcome. Let death and misery be the fruit of your labor. Oh, hell no. Hell no, son. Get that shit out of here, bud. I don't want any of that. You will be very powerful, my son. But in turn, your sacrifice will be great. And the amount of evil you will exercise will be unsurmountable. Oh, hell nah, man. Miss me with that bullshit. I am sorry, man. I am not interested. That's why power, I could care less of being powerful. I could care less about being a multi-gazillionaire. I could care less about being famous. Dude, I just want to play old school RuneScape, provide some money for the family, make my wife happy, and make my community happy, and just live a life of peace and tranquility, bro. And that sounds like what a priest might say. Give to the collection plate and evil would not come your way. Yeah. Like the ex of my friend chipping Jesus statue head off and doing who knows what kind of rituals. Come on, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, witches are fucked up, man. What the hell's going on with witches? Do you want endless power, my child? Grab 7 rabbits, decapitate them, and also grab a decomposing donkey head, put it on your face as a helmet, light torches on fire, and pronounce this magical chant with me. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa, what? Gotta decapitate 7 rabbits and wear a donkey helmet? Is that an upside down cross and a chopped Jesus statue? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, no. And oh, yeah, I used to be an altar boy when I was younger. I say the priest take from the plate and buy coffee to peeps. I was like, what? And when you started to chant, my dust started floating. Chill, dog, yeah. My G Jeff in the building. Welcome back, my G. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. All these kind of what I'm like. What's funny is, I don't know if you guys seen the movie Chucky, bro, the demonically possessed doll, bro. Yo, he has one of these chants, bro. Chucky doll. He's got one of these chants that is like, dude, it's the most hilarious thing, bro. And I started chanting kind of like that, bro. Desks start levitating. See wild Chucky dolls spawn from nowhere, bruh. My apologies, my G's, Jeff. We're having this very interesting conversation about just good and evil and what team we want to play for. And, you know, all these things that happen in life. And again, bro, when and hopefully, again, wait, before we chime in and we continue talking, Jeff, sending you a big hug, my G. Hopefully Tuesday is treating you beautifully and nicely. And may God or the universe bestow you with what you need to be happy and to be at peace, my G. So, give me the power, I beg of you. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that you got to do for fucking evil, right? Like, to obtain immeasurable power, you got to do some heinous shit. So you go to Satan's office and you're like, knock on the door and it's like, oh, is this Lucifer? Oh, yes, my child. Come in, sit down. It's like, yeah, man, I saw that you were running an ad for this job. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes, I remember the ad for limitless power, you say? Yeah, I want limitless power. What do I got to do? Well, he looks at you, he caves in the desk, and he's like, well, my child, if you want limitless power, you're going to have to sacrifice your entire family. Do you have a picture of your mother and a picture of your father and your siblings? Yes. Here they are, Satan. Fascinating. Oh, what a beautiful mother you have, and oh, what a handsome father. Yes, they are. Well, if you want limitless power, you're going to have to kill them. That's when you like, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for this shit. Gotta kill my own parents, kill my siblings, and on top of that, you have to pick 10 children from your local town or city, and you have to decapitate them and bring me their heads on a bag. You're like, God damn! So nothing good. Like, you think Satan is gonna give you power, and the instructional manual he's gonna hand you out is like, oh yes, just bring me a flower. Bring me a sunflower. Doesn't matter if it's dead, if it's plastic, if it's made from a Chinese toy shop. Doesn't matter if it's real. If it just bring me a sunflower, I will give you endless power. Dude, when the contract says that, you know you're fucked from the beginning. You know? Satan gotta be capping. And you know it's a fucking cap. When it's like, yes, just do something simple. Dude, that contract, you gotta be like, yo, Satan, can you hand me like an ultraviolet light or some shit? Because there's gotta be some wording here in this document that don't make sense. Right? It's like, you know, if the local McDonald's was hiring, and you're gonna be the guy who's, you know, frying the French fries, and the salary is gonna be $3 million a week. I'd be like, what? You're gonna look at that document, that contract, it's like, what? The McDonald's job, occupation, French frying the French fries. Salary a week, $3 million. And you got the manager or whatever, like, $3 million a week? You're telling me $12 million a month to just fry French fries at McDonald's? what's the catch? You know, and that's when the homie turns around. And the homie just goes full demon. These French fries in our possession contain a chemical that will draw your soul out and seep it. And in approximately 10 years, everybody who has eaten one of these fries and or comes into contact with them will perish, and you with it. It's like, holy shit, bro. The things that are too good to be true gotta come with some sort of, like, you know, but or if or, you know, some nonsense. And that is evil, man. You can't drag him to court if he doesn't do what he says. So, I again, 37 years old. While I do not have everything figured out, I have most things, I would like to think, figured out. And one of them is, I want to have a peaceful life. I want to live in peace. And the homie Lope Irada in the building, baby. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to Lope Irada, everybody. I think it's the first time we've seen this homie in the chat with us. So, Mark, Daniel, Jeff, everybody in the building, stop what you're doing right now and say hi to the legend. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the building. Here we are with the boys. Again, Lope Irada. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Beautiful Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. Here we are playing some old school RuneScape with the boys. Just talking good versus evil right now. How are you? Yeah, what's that? Yo. That's right. That's what I like to see. The homies here. Again, how could any of you be evil? When you're so good, you even say hi. Obama did it. What's that? Again. Mark is the guy in this community who wants to be Orochimaru. He wants to be disguised as Lucifer. But deep down, he is an angel. And bro, how do I double jump in this game? There is no such thing as a double jump in old school RuneScape. I have a boat and a ship. God damn! Congratulations on being a boat owner and a ship owner. Level 69 agility. Let me tell you something. You're looking at the fastest man in old school RuneScape. I have 99 agility. Matter of fact, it was the first thing that we did in this video game before we actually started playing it. 99 agility. And as a man who has 99 agility, my G, I can tell you there's no such thing as a double jump in this game. But while you might not be able to double jump, there's other shit you can do. And wait, what disguises Lucifer? You, man. You're like that very riff metal song that's called Unending Chaos, Tribute to Lucifer. That's what you want to portray yourself as in the surface. But deep down, you're an angel, my G. And I used to trim goblin sticks. I meant rim. What? Goblin sticks and rims? I am not qualified to even answer or know what the hell is that. Because I have... You see me? I'm a very simple man. I have my outfit on right now. I'm just slapping some copper rocks. Because I have to make some cannonballs out of bronze. So I can use bronze cannonballs in my ship. And joking, I mod Ash. I ate a burger. Insane. And 99 sailing cape is a hoax. Insane, man. Well, I don't think I'm interested in getting a level 99 sailing. Right now, my sailing's at 32. And I'm pretty happy about that. Again, what we're doing right now is... Oh my god, we got a lot of motherfucking copper, baby. 1,400? What? Okay, it's time to get some more tin then. So, Asian Grinder is a multinational account that was made by Trump and Obama. Huh. Go get some shrimps? I don't know if that's what I want to do, man. Again, right now we were having such a amazing and fun talk about good and evil while I was just, hammering down these rocks again for the bronze cannon ballsy. And bro, level 44 cooking, you need shrimps? I might need shrimps. Yeah, my cooking is not that impressive, huh? I got a lot of skills that are not very overwhelming in stats. My only one is pretty much agility. Second one would be mining. I'm just having fun with the game, Asian Grinder passing fast. 07 last minute for 99 was insane. Yeah, I heard that. Definitely government funded. Could be, man.